All right, now that Ira has spent some time finding sharp, short angle contact points, and he's also spent some time differentiating between straight, cross court, and short angle, so he's now starting to build an awareness of different contact points. Now we're gonna make things a little more difficult by moving back, and we're gonna split the difference between the service line and the baseline. Now that we're further away from the net than the net is from our target, the shape of our shot is going to change. And the key thing here is, in order to have the ball come down and play, it needs to start dropping a little bit on our own side of the court. So if Ira does what he did from up here, Ira, do me a favor and I want you to hit this shot in line with that short angle target, but I want the apex of your shot, the peak of the height of your shot to be over the net. And if he does that and he shapes it the way he did before, then the ball is going to go wide. Yep. So he overshot the target by just a little bit, and that's because we're now further back. He's hitting the ball further in order to get the ball over the net. And so if the peak of the shot is right over the net, it's going to sail wide. It's too far. So now what Ira's going to do is he's going to hit with the same height, but the peak of his shot is going to be probably like 4 to 6 feet on his own side of the net. So let's see that, Ira. So he's going to change the shape a little bit so that the ball is already dropping before it gets to the net. All right, so go ahead and experiment with it. Racket was a little too close on that one. There we go, perfect. So this is the key. I shot. The sharper of an angle you hit and the further you are away from the net, the more on your own side of the court the peak of your shot needs to be. So feel free to experiment with this. And the different variables are how open or closed your racket face is. What Ira's doing to play with this is he's getting a little bit different angle on the racket face at contact. On some of these he's coming up a little bit more steeply or sharply to make a little bit more topspin. And the angle of the face also facilitates a little bit higher shot or a little bit lower shot. So at home, play with this and find the right mix of height and spin so that the ball is peaking on your own side. Nice. And already dropping before it gets to the other side. It's very this is similar in concept to a drop shot in that way. Drop shot is kind of more on the extreme side of the equation where it's already coming down well on your own side of the court in order to keep it from bouncing up too high on the other side. So maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't, but this shape is the key to keeping the ball in play while still hitting that nice sharp angle.